Hey everyone, Dark Jedi here, and I have some Destiny news for you. And I do apologize for it being a little late, and it's best that I share it with you now than never, so here we go. On Tuesday, March 5th, 2013, Bungie posted a photo on their Facebook showing 3 of the factions that you will see in the game Destiny. You have the Hunter, Warlock, and Titan, and I'll be taking a closer look into each of these 3 factions, starting with the Hunter. Now before I do, I just want to say that I'm assuming that each one of these 3 photos are in order with the names that they were given. First one being Hunter, second one Warlock, and then Titan. So I'm hoping that they're all in order. If they're not, I apologize. So the first one here we got is the Hunter, and that is a woman faction. Now you don't see a lot of girl characters in games that are actually playable, so it's good that they're actually giving that option. And if you look over here to the exposed shoulder, you can see that there isn't a lot of armor, but there is just enough to give you some type of damage resistance. Now, the lack of armor and it being so lightweight, it's to give you the ability to move faster. Now, if you look over here to the actual chest plate, now to me, this looks more of like a stylish shirt. I don't really see it being much of any type of damage resistant or any type of armor chest plate in any way, shape, or form. But I could be wrong. So, like I said, to me, it looks like a shirt, and it's like skin tight, so. Now, if you look over here to the helmet, it looks like it's got 2 pieces. You got the main visor area up here, but down here, it looks like it actually has some type of function, like it can expose the mouth or something. Maybe it's even got the ability of taking the air from the main environment that you're in and transform it into something like, I don't know, maybe like regular oxygen or whatever these guys actually breathe. Which brings me to my next point to show you. If you look here, there's an actual air hose right here. And I'm assuming this is the actual like oxygen air hose that you can use. That way you can go and wander on different planets or different environments and stuff like that, and have fresh, clean air. So that's me. Now, of course, you will have your standard, shin guards and knee guards and stuff like that. And these also don't seem to have a lot of damage resistance either, but they give you a decent amount. But again, you are going to be sacrificing, that good damage resistance for speed. And lastly is your weapon. Now, this looks like your standard assault rifle or submachine gun or whatever you want to call it. And you got like an iron sight, which is over here, and then you have the suppressor. So this is good for a hunter, so you're kind of like an assassin at the same time. But, I mean, it's pretty basic. And over here you have like, it looks like 2 belts. To me it looks like you got 2 belts, and I never understood the purpose of why sci-fi gives you multiple belts. But it looks like you got a interesting grenade going on over here. Maybe it's a smoke or a flash grenade. But, yep. That is the Hunter, and it looks like this is the environment for the Hunter is probably going to be that desert, because you even have like this hoodie, so, and it has the same colors and everything, so I'm assuming it's going to be on that desert planet that we've seen in some of the concept art. And next we have the Warlock, which is the male faction. And the Warlock's helmet could well possibly be just a standard one-piece helmet, but for me, this little black section I think actually has a function. In cutscenes, it could expose the mouth by opening up, and also for when you're playing the game, it could have some type of head-up display in player view, something special. Now, there isn't too much armor shown here on this picture, but I will speculate that the jacket will have some type of play other than just looking awesome. The jacket will also give the Warlock extra weight on top of his size, so he will not be moving as fast as the Hunter, but he will have more damage resistance. Now, if you look over here to the exposed arm, you can see you only have armor on the shoulder, the elbow, and over here on like the hand or wrist or whatever the heck you want to call it. The rest of it is just like a clothing section that you would see on Darth Vader in Star Wars. I mean, it's like armor, clothes, armor. Really? I mean, it's probably just a giant gauntlet right here, but I could be wrong. Now, also, if you look over here to the Warlock, he's holding a knife in the exposed arm right here. So here's the knife. So according to this, you're going to have a melee weapon. How awesome is that? If you look over here to the left of the photo, you will see that there's a very interesting type of weapon. To me, this looks a like a futuristic chain gun that is running off of some type of electric energy and has the power of a submachine gun. I mean, to me, it also looks like one of those Halo 4 railguns. It looks awesome. Then, of course, you have your knee guards and your shin guards, which, you know, seems like it could take a heavy amount of damage, which is pretty cool. Compared to what the Hunter has, looks like you just break the Hunter's ones in half. And lastly, on the top right of the photo, which is this little thingamajigger, you can see this little itty-bitty drone in the air. Now, I think you'll be able to use this to either, you know, take on your enemies, kind of like an auto-sentry turret in Halo 4, or you can use it like a UAV to show where your enemies are. So, I don't know, it seems like this little guy is actually going to be helping you in some way. Otherwise, they probably would not have put it in the concept art. So, there's probably something secretive about that guy. And the final faction is Titan, which is a male faction. Titan is probably going to be players' most favorite faction to play because of all this heavy armor. And this is probably going to be the one that a lot of those people who play like run and gun and just go out there and try to kill, this is probably going to be the one you're going to see a lot. And for any Halo fan out there, you could definitely see that this resembles a lot of Halo Spartan features. But my question really is, I'm curious on how the armor will affect the character movement. I mean, in Halo, yes, you know, there were Spartans and, you know, it was, you know, quick movement. But this is different. I mean, is this going to make the players move faster? I mean, is there going to be something with the suit to make them move quicker? I mean, what is going to happen with this suit? That is my question. I want to know. Because, I mean, if it's going to make them feel like a Halo Spartan, I'm going to be using this guy a lot. I mean, I love running and gunning and just going out there and taking the enemy head on, so I'm probably going to be using this one a lot because I don't like being stealthy. It's just not my playstyle. But again, like I said, my question is how is the armor going to affect the character movement when in battle? And of course, if you look over here, the weapon that the Titan uses, it looks like a badass, powerful assault rifle with, of course, an iron sight, which you can customize later on. But I mean, it just looks awesome, and it also looks like one that was shown in the trailer. I don't know, but it looks awesome, and I can't wait to, you know, mess with it. Alright guys, so for my final conclusion, each one of these factions has a different setting and background on them, so it's probably from different planets. Like over here, the Hunter, like I said earlier, has that like brown desert type style because of the colors and also because of this like little hoodie cape thing. And then over here, the Warlock has like those gray, blue, dark tones, so I'm assuming it's more of the snow ice planet. And then over here, Titan, you know, with the Mars in the background, at least that's what I'm assuming it is. It's got like those dark red and a little bit of pinkish tones, so that's why I'm assuming that's going to be Mars. And also, with their actual designs for each character, they're going to have their own pros and cons, and that's good. Now, as this gets closer to release date, we shall see what this game is going to be, and what it's going to be about, and how it's going to be gameplay-wise. So anyway guys, I appreciate you watching this. Let me know what you think of these factions after seeing the photos and hearing what I have to say. Maybe I forgot something, and if so, please feel free to share it in the comment section below. And don't forget to regularly comment, like, and subscribe. And this is Jedi signing out. Thanks for watching.